Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most powerful features of Next.js, which is called routing. Whether you are building a simple portfolio site or complex full stack application, understanding how routing works is absolutely essential. In Next.js, routing is not only intuitive but also incredibly easy to set up thanks to the file-based routing system. No more manual route configuration or complex setup, just create a file and you are ready to go. So if you are ever wondered how to handle navigation in your Next.js project, or if you have just curious about what makes Next.js so special, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of routing in Next.js, including file-based routing, dynamic route, nested route, and even API route. Let's get started. Here you can see that I have set up a new project for Next.js application. Here in this, you can see a routing demo. So you can also create with the help of command. Like if you click on terminal, you can type this particular and paste create next app at the latest and routing demo. So once you create the press enter and all the required dependency with the folder name routing dash demo will be created as created mine. So if you want to create the same, you can create it with the help of npx create at the latest command. And here you can see that we have a source folder over here and all the dependency, all the required files which are be necessary in Next.js application. So as we are talking about routing in Next.js, so we need to remove the app because I have already told you that app is act as a routing management. So we can delete this particular folder from it and we can create it manually so that you can easily understand how the routing works in Next.js application. Now here you can see that we have already reloaded app folder, and let's understand what is file-based routing. In file-based routing, the every file you think that every file inside the source folder will act as a file routing. That's not true because it has to follow some routing conventions which need to be, if they are followed, then the file will be created as a route. So let's see what are the conventions which you need to follow to become a route in Next.js application. Let's move on to our slides. You can see the routing conventions. So there are 3 routing conventions which if you want your file to be act as a route, so you need to follow these 3 conventions. So first of all, first point was our route must be live inside the app folder. So first of all, the route you are creating they should be created inside an app folder. We already have deleted that particular folder, so we need to create it again so that we can try to build our own route in this particular Next.js application. Second point was route files must be named either page.js and page.tsx. If you are going with a simple JavaScript or only without a TypeScript, so you can use a convention for like page.js. But if you are using the TypeScript in your Next.js application, then you have to type page.tsx file. Okay. After that, third point was each folder represents a segment of a URL path. So, and each folder should represent the segment of a URL path. With this above convention, if with these above convention as follow, the file automatically becomes available as a route. So this is how the file-based routing works in Next.js application. So let's do it in a practical way. Let's move on to our Visual Studio Code. Now here you can see we can start creating the first route of our Next.js application. Here you can see we have a scenario 1 in which we can reach out to the localhost 3000 and in which we need to see the home page. So let's start building with the help of Visual Studio Code. So let's move on to Visual Studio Code. So here you can see that we have a Visual Studio Code in which we have already removed the app folder. So the thing is that you need to follow the Next.js convention for the in order to create a route for that particular Next.js application. For that, we need to create an app folder. So let's create that. We can click on app folder structure and we can name it as app. Inside app folder, we can create a file called page.tsx or page.jsx. Second point was you need to create a page.tsx or page.jet file. Okay, so we can create for page.tsx file over there, and we can create a code for export default function home, in which we can return something, in which we can return h1 tag. Inside h1 we can remove home page. Okay, we can save it, make it JVZ, and now we can run this particular Next.js application. We can use the command npm run dev, and we have to need to wait for it. And when we navigate to the path localhost 3000, we can see the home page in our Next.js page when we route to the 3000 localhost. when we visit this particular localhost. Let's click on it. When you can see that we can open the 3000 code, it is still compiling. So here you can see that you don't have the page layout.tsx file. Okay, so it is need to be created. After that, now we can visit it. It will provide it. Here you can see the home page on this particular application when you visit 3000. So this is the first scenario which we have completed. So here you can see that we don't have created layout.tsx on iOS. It is created automatically. So all the page.tsx content will be loaded inside this body tag of children, which is taken as props. So we will discuss this layout files in some other time. So for the time being, you are ready to create your first navigation link in Next.js application. So let's add more route in this particular application. So let's add more route to this particular application. So we have a scenario 2 in which we will create the two routing. One for the about us page. When we visit localhost 3000/about, it will move on to the about us page. It will see the about us page. And after that, if we move on to the localhost 3000 profile, we will see the profile page in the scenario 2. Let's implement this two route in our Next.js application. Here you can see you have an app folder. So first we create a folder for the about page. So we will create an about folder, and inside that we can create a page.tsx file and export default. We'll create a component called about page for it. It is a function in which we can return h1 tag at about us like this. So we can create the page.txt file, and we can also need to create for the profile one. So we can select app folder, we can create a profile folder for it. Inside profile folder, we can create a page.tsx file over there, and we can create the profile component for it. Okay, so let's create export default function profile. We can return it, and we can create a h1 tag for it will show the profile page. Okay, it will show the profile page. So we individually created two route for in this particular web application, one for the about, one for the profile, and we can create the individual page of it. About, we can create a page.tsx, and profile, we can create a page.tsx for the profile page individually. Let's run this particular application, key whether it will change the required format which we require or not. Let npm run dev. We can run this particular application, see whether these things will be working or not. So let's wait for a second. It is running more. Let's move on to our browser. Then we can type 3000, where it can already see the home page over there. Yes, it is compiled successfully. So here you can see the profile page, home page. Sorry. After that, we can visit to our about us. We can press enter over here, and you can see the about us page. And after that, we can have a scenario for the profile page also. So we can type it from file and press enter in the browser. So here you can see that we have successfully created both about us page and the profile page. If you visit the profile, you will see the profile page, and if you visit the about URL, you will see the about us page. So here you can see that we have created page.txt for the individual. So this particular page.txt will bind to this particular folder over for the about, and this particular tsx folder, this page.txt file bind to the profile page. So this is how you can see you can create the different routing Next.js application. Let's visualize how this thing will be changes. So here you can see how this thing is working. So we can visualize this. When you visit the localhost 3000, you can see that this page.tsx file will be serving to you, and which is showing the text homepage to you. After that, when you visit the localhost 3000 about us page, so here you can see that we have created the about folder, and inside that we have page.tsx. So then this page, this about folder will be act as a routing, and localhost 3000 about folder will be, and page.tsx, the content of this particular will be fetched on the about URL. When we visit to the localhost 3000 profile page, so this particular folder with the page.tsx file will be activated, and this is act as a routing in that scenario of a Next.js application. So I hope you will get how you can visualize, how you can get how the routing is working in Next.js application. Now you might be wondering that you have tapping the home page when you visit the localhost 3000, it will show the home page, and when you visit the about page, it will show the about it. And what if we visit the link which does not contain a page or tsx or any routing in that, then you will see if you type like dashboards over here, then the Next.js already automatically redirected to you 404. So 404 not found error will be generated by the Next.js automatically if you don't have route registered in the app folder of it. So this is how the Next.js application works. So I hope you can understand the routing mechanism of this Next.js application. So that's it for this video on Next.js routing. We will cover the basic of file-based routing, dynamic route, and how to organize your folders like about and profile. If you found this helpful, you don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss my future video. If you found this got questions or want to share your thought, drop them in a comment below. I love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.